I understand that some of my opinions may ruffle feathers. I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. I encourage that discourse, actually. However, it will happen respectfully in my comment section. What's up? I'm Dre Hill, artist, storyteller, writer, author of your favorite poetry collection that you haven't read yet. And today, I want to share some of my opinions on publishing, being an author, readership, bookstores, just random things. I understand that some of these opinions may be popular, some not so much. That's okay. I encourage respectful discourse. Additionally, I will also be promoting books from some of my fellow indie authors, and for clarity of definition, when I say indie, in this video, future videos, previous videos, I mean authors who are self-published, were published by a publishing house or publishing press, whatever, that is not a big publishing house, publishing press, independent in the name, or have done a combination of the two across their career. So I'll be promoting some of my friends and mutuals books on this video as well. And all of those will be linked in the description. Alright, let's rapid fire these suckers. Poetry is largely a hated genre only because it's taught incorrectly. I think if poetry was taught more so like how studying and analyzing visual art is taught, then people would not have such, I don't want to say traumatic, but I'm going to say traumatic experiences with learning, reading, and experiencing poetry. And we'd have more people who are inclined to read it for fun and their own time, but also maybe even write some of it. Storytelling and traditional publishing has started to go stale, probably has been going stale for a while, because there is no nuance in the leadership of publishing, and authors who are marginalized are not allowed to necessarily show up as their full authentic selves within the context of the book that they've created, from creation to publication, and that shows. That and the fact that some of these stories and the people who are telling them are very repetitive. Thus, secondary opinion, indie publishing and indie storytelling is where it's at right now in terms of like diverse range of stories, interesting twists, interesting and complex plots, characters, etc. So if you're not reading indie, you're missing out on, in my opinion, some of the best and freshest storytelling in a while. Reading diversely is more than just reading one or two genres. In my opinion, you should read up to 4 or 5 genres that kind of have some diametrical opposition to each other. For example, if you're reading romance, you should also read horror or thriller. While they're opposites, there is some room for overlap where you might have a middle ground or elements of both in there, right? And then to contrast that, you might read fantasy and then like urban fiction or something, but also poetry. Because those, again, opposites, but there's room to overlap. Historical fiction and autobiographies or memoirs or collections of essays. You see what I'm saying? There's room for different ends of the spectrum and different ends of experience, different extremes of experience, but then there's room for like overlap and kind of a middle ground where there's a loose barrier and things can blend into each other. On top of that, diverse reading is more than just reading different genres. You should be reading different authors as well, like authors who are disabled, neurodivergent, queer, black, women, indigenous, Asian. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you see what I'm saying. Anyone who claims that they only pick up books based off cover and vibes and know nothing about the author, I can only believe are trying to weaponize incompetence, because I just do not believe that as a consumer and as like a reader there's any way that you were intrigued by a book and its cover and you picked up the book, maybe flipped through the book, and at no point read the synopsis, which is usually located either on an inside cover or, especially on the back, in either the author and author's headshot in their bio or also on the back, or near the back, or near that inside cover. Like if the name didn't give it away that this might potentially be a marginalized author, like you didn't check out the rest of the book to see, and just like happenstance notice when you were like reading the synopsis or something, like at all, you expect me to believe that? Okay. Indie bookstores should not only welcome indie authors into their ranks, as in like stock their books, regardless of the age, whether they're 12, 15, 22, should welcome, right? Maybe they won't take every author, that's fine. But not only should they welcome them, they should also be championing them, because that is like local economic stimulation. Whether you order their books directly from Ingram Spark or do a consignment agreement with the author, either way, it's a win-win. Y'all should be doing that. And my last opinion for this video is actually just going to be me promoting some books from my fellow indie author friends. Again, they'll be linked in the description. So we have Jamal Dante for When We Break Up. We have Tempted by Isla Cox. We have Some Kind of Black by Amber Moss. Again, forgive me if I mispronounce this. We have House of Filth from Kivo Coretti. We have Focus by Naomi Charles. We have Her Way with Words by Brianna Renee. We have Intimacies in Borrowed Light by Darius Stewart. And lastly, we have Please Excuse Our Confusion by Jasmine Cartwright. As I said, I welcome discourse whether you agree or disagree. So in the comments, feel free to let me know how you felt about any of my opinions, share some of your own, and if you read any of those books that I just recommended, let me know what you thought of them. Let the fellow readers know what you thought of them. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up for me, and feel free to subscribe so you continue to see my face, and turn on that bell notification icon so you don't miss a future upload. Again, I'm Dre Hill. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.